Hari Om to everybody. We will have 5 minutes Ram Nam. Hari Om to everybody. Last week we were trying to dwell upon some points in the preparatory measures. As soon as we open in quest of God, right from the first article of Papa, we find only Ram, 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 Ram. His remembrance, his subservience, it is total and it is expressed in the form of Ram. He has defined what Ram stands for and how his sense of individuality enjoyed his close company, how he was guided by Ram. So all those points, it has been beautifully brought out. When we are now convinced, or when we are clear about the Ram mentioned by Papa, the next question comes as to how do I connect myself with it. So before entering, I have some idea about the spirit in me. So then a deeper inward journey makes us reveal that Ram, Spirit, God, love, everything are synonyms. So we find there is no need to differentiate between Ram and Spirit. It would also help us to ponder over what the Spirit stands for. In the case of Ram, Papa guided us to know that it is the subtle and mysterious power. How do I recognize that? It is an intellectual assimilation. So in order that I move a little more closer to it, he made us to think about the Spirit. In his beautiful speech on what is spirituality, he brings it out. He says our body is material and the spirit dwelling in this body is spiritual. We must think, feel and realize that we are not merely bodies. We are the immortal spirit. It is that spirit that makes us walk, talk and do everything. Some introduction has been given. Some more he has given, but to make us understand it probably in a uncomplicated way, if there is a word. We would like to go through the books of Power of Love. It was written by Dr. Bhujanka Shetty, a wonderful book. A few lines we will read it out. The greatest creation and the greatest gift of God is this human body working under the direct supervision of the Spirit. Our heart beats about 1 lakh times a day. Everybody should note this. We may not know at all. We have no idea at all. About 35 million times a year. The heart pumps 6 liters of blood through 1,20,000 kilometers of blood vessels in a day. Unimaginable, no? When he said mysterious power, how does that power work? It is being explained to us. In 1 second, we are producing 1.2 million red blood cells to replace an equal number that die. In 1 second. In 1 second. 1.2 million red blood cells. Our digestive and metabolic system have the remarkable ability to transform the food we eat into blood, bone and body structure. The air which we breathe but cannot see contains oxygen which is exchanged for the excess of carbon dioxide inside and then thrown out without us even knowing it. Every time we get a cut or a wound, within seconds, there is tremendous amount of activity in and around the wound to seal and heal it. The system inside us is greater than the defense system of any country. The wisdom necessary to fertilize an egg and turn it into a fully grown man or woman is beyond our intelligence. Right from the seed in the womb, how it grows. We have been told, there are more than 200 organs, and how those organs function so beautifully, harmoniously, without trespassing, without, reacting adversely to each other. What a beautiful setup he has given. We hardly notice it, we hardly recognize it. In Quest of God, the in-depth study of In Quest of God makes us to go deeper and deeper and deeper into this. At the helm of his pinnacle of perfection is the brain, overseeing all these miraculous activities. Let us call them the body and the spirit, or man and God. The same power, we call it as Ram or spirit, which is responsible for this inner movement, is also responsible for our outer movements. We see the wind blow, the sun giving light, the trees grow, the birds sing on the trees. So many movements and changes are going on around us. So this in-depth study now takes us more and more nearer to the Ram, subtle and mysterious power called Ram. How he functions, though he is not an entity, for the sake of easier reference, we are referring him as he. So how he functions inside, and if we can experience the functioning inside, we have been told that we will be able to see the same functioning outside. So from the intellectual level of knowledge, we have to now transform it into a reality in our life. How do we do that? By intensely going inward and watching the movements specified now in Dr. Bhujanga Shetty's. We feel ourselves, feel the pulse. And we close the nose. After some time, the suffocation comes, is it not? The struggle is there. Oh. So he is there, he is there, he is there. Then while walking, whenever there is a pause moment in our life, and when we watch ourselves, while walking we can watch, while sitting we can watch, while reading we can watch. So there are moments, having travelled this much along with Papa, everyone will be now able to watch. And this watching process will confirm to us what a wonderful mechanism has been kept inside in each and every individual. Not only in human being, in all species. This is an attempt to know Ram, please note down. Because everywhere Papa talks about Ram, 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 Ram. So our first effort is to know Ram. We may not be able to know Ram fully because he is not an object. He is the very power because of which these words are now coming out. Because of which the eyes are open, ears are open, all are functioning, So we will not be able to bring it out. But at the same time, something nearer to it, something approximating to the characteristics. Whatever we have read, whatever we have understood is not that. Because that is all done as an object, Any glory mentioned or repeated is not an object. So for the time being, we consider God as an object and then glorify Him. Problem is, after the glorification, we are back to square one. So unless and until we know Him, with all these clues, that means hearing or knowing or understanding or learning by heart these words, it is not going to help us. But suppose we take the guidance from it and then look within. And when we start feeling the pulse, when we know the blood circulation is, suppose there is dropsical condition in our leg, that means the blood is not going there. So far, he has been making the blood to, we read now, 1,20,000 kilometers. 6 liters of blood travels 1,20,000 kilometers a day in our body. What a wonderful work. So we try to understand little by little. So hearing or reading is not going to help us much. Hearing and reading will definitely help us to take a deep inward journey. We should be very clear, we are trying to understand Ram. With the help of Ram. Then we may not be able to explain what Ram is. That is why Papa put it as subtle and mysterious. It is inexplicable. Because it cannot be brought within the ambit of knowable. It is not an object. That is why in one of the letters or one of his talks, Papa said, whatever Ramdas has written is nowhere near the spirit. But he has enjoyed. But the moment the expression comes out, it is not that. So this point we are raising only to the learning by heart or reading or hearing these words is not the end. It definitely helps us to become aware of the functioning of the spirit Ram in us. So let us all try to feel that. Let us all try to experience with the clues given to us by Papa. More about it in next week. Hari Om.